friend called me a few days ago. He says, Chad, you doing anything important? I said, well, if rearranging my spice rack alphabetical by country while listening to a podcast on the history of aluminum foil is a waste of time, sue me. So no, I'm not doing anything important. What's up? He said, would you like to do a talk on technology and magic at Magic Live? And I said, you're in luck. I did a talk on that exact topic in 1987 to a group of magicians in Orlando. And I found the slides in my garage, I threw them in a box, and I brought them with me here today, so you're in luck. So let's get started. A lot of time here. Okay. Orlando, Christian ventriloquist, magic auction. This is not really supposed to be part of the Tech Talk. 87, Convalescent Center asked for Joan. That's the flyer that they put out for the talk. That's the Convalescent Center. I don't know why that's in there. That's Joan. Do we have the actual? All right. They had a raffle. That was the grand prize. Ed won those. Gladys had to try them. These are riveting. Do you have, guys, the start of the actual? Yep. Okay, there it is. Technology. Oh, and you. All right. Technology, magic, and you. Let's start off. What is technology? Technology is the application of scientific advances to benefit not only humanity, but also strolling table to table asking people to hold sponge balls. So, here, if you look at this pie chart, I'm an idiot. Anyway, you can clearly see that technology greatly increases the productivity in magic with more technology as opposed to no technology. But don't take my word for it. Nope, if you look at the tables, the graphs, the charts, it's all there. Of course, you can't have a serious discussion on technology and magic without looking at the research of one man, Eugene Wilkerson. All right? Yeah, dead serious. Technology expert, amateur magician, and chain smoker, Eugene took the last 15 years of his life, he studied the effects of technology on magic, and all you have to do is look at his personal essays, his secret notebooks, even his private writings. Those, yeah. And to come up with the same conclusion that Eugene did, and that is that the blue part is clearly bigger than the green part, all right? So... I'm so sorry. You're probably saying, Chad, how can I start integrating technology into my magic business immediately so I can start taking advantage of it? That's a good question. First off, get yourself a personal computer, all right? Or a PC, as it's known in the industry. Now, we're not talking about your grandfather's PC. No. The computers of today, they are hot, right? They are modern and sleek, yep, and they are fast. That's right, baby. And at only $8,499, you get a 20 megahertz screamer with 2 megabytes of RAM, so they're also affordable, all right? Now, you'll need some software. You'll need some software to run your business, of course, and thank God it's plentiful. All right, we've got software to write up your tricks in your shows, software to keep track of clients, and a beautiful, beautiful calendar application as well. And to keep your mind fresh and energized between gigs, check out these amazing games. Look at that. All right. Now, besides buying a computer, you're also going to need some accessories, okay? You'll want to grab a keyboard, because it's usually not included. You'll need one of those, okay? As well, I would get a monitor and splurge with at least 2 colors, all right? And if you have a lot of files, you'll want to get what's called a hard drive. It's an extra hard drive. This is a 15 megabyte. You can store a lot on that. It's $2,495. I would get the installation kit for $500, and so for less than $3,000, you've got a lot more room, all right? Now, if you want to take your files on the go, you'll need floppy disks, all right? These are really handy. They go in floppy disk drives. These are really easy to install yourself. You don't have to get anybody else. You grab a couple tools. You take your computer apart, throw all the crap on the bed like I did, and put it all back together, and then you're ready to go. It's easy, all right? Besides that, if you have a lot of them, by the way, you'll want to get what I did, this handy carry case. It's fashionable and functional, okay? Now, this is not vital, but you might want to get a printer, a high-quality printer, because these are great for printing out easy-to-read contracts and customer information, publicity shots and flyers, and even headshots to send to your clients, okay? What else we got going on here? Oh yeah, if you have a box full of pictures, maybe a drawer full of pictures at home, and you want to get them onto your computer, super simple. You plug in what's known as a scanner, okay? What this does, it digitizes those photos and it puts them on the computer. It's great for promo shots like this. It's great for a contest, magic contest, as well as magic shows, all right? If you want to send those to clients, the pictures you might already have on your computer or the ones you scan in, super easy. Plug in a screaming fast modem. This is a 2400 baud modem. It connects to your phone line. It takes those pictures, it sends them across the wires and the phone lines, and in a few short hours, the picture that was on your computer is now right there on your client's computer. Check it out. I look like a serial killer. Here we go. And now, communication is really important, obviously. You want to keep in touch, make sure that you don't get any mixed wires, make sure those shows are done on time. And electronic mail is one of the best ways to do that. I have a service called Prodigy, okay? What you do is, you sign up, there's a monthly fee, you type in your email in this cute little window, hit send, it's great. No more stamps, that's right. As well, no more mailboxes. And the great thing about electronic mail is there's no more junk mail. That's right, gang. You only get mail from people you know, all right? Oh, beepers are fantastic. You know, these are great. They're a little smaller than a deck of cards, and they fit really handy right on your belt, just like that. So wherever you are, they're assigned a phone number. When somebody calls that number, a beeper, well, beeps, all right? Very convenient. All you do is look at the little window. You can see the number that called you. Guess what? Run over to the nearest payphone, drop in a quarter, and call that number back, because you won't know who it is until you do. All right, there's payphones everywhere, you know, even remote areas like this. So it's really nice. They're easy to find. If it's a long distance call, no problem. Just have a nice big bag of quarters, and you're talking for lots of minutes. It's great. Cellular telephones, this is the new rage, all right? They've got lots of great models to choose from. Check these out. There's even one for your car, which is pretty handy, all right? This is the one I have. It's $3,995, plus 95 cents a minute, a 25-cent fee per call, and your bang for your buck is what I'm basically getting at there. So grab one of those. Video is a cool way to archive your shows or practice sessions. All you need is a small video camera. You pop in a VHS tape, you take it, you film your show or your practice session, that way you can review it later at home on a VCR machine, all right? If you have a bunch of tapes, you'll want to label them like I do, that way you can find out what's on the tape, okay, so you don't tape over anything. I find audio is actually a little more convenient. You can audio tape things, practice sessions, brainstorming sessions, even shows. I take them to shows as well. That's the one I use at home, of course, but when I'm on the road or I'm out and about, I use this little guy. It's a little smaller than a shoebox. You can either run it on a cord or 14 AA batteries. You pop in a cassette tape. I'm laughing at something else, I swear. You pop in a cassette tape, really convenient. You take it to, like, say, a children's party. This one's from 1986, all right? And that way you can see what played, what got the most laughs when you play it later. Let's see what happened here, I'm not sure.
All right, don't grab my stuff. Watch your hand. No, get back here with that, you little bastard.
In my defense, the kid was a monster. I'll never forget that day. And now I have it on tape. That's not its best application. That was a bad example. I think practice sessions are where it really shines, you know, so you can put that on there, review the pattern later, and see where maybe you have to make some tweaks. I find this good. I think it's important to name the thing you're working on, and then and the date. That way, for archive purposes, easy to reference later. Let's see what I was doing. I have no idea.
All right, July 9th, 1986. Working on the pattern for Triumph. Damn it.
All right, well, I'm not sure what happened there. Can we click back on? There we go. Let's just move on. I should have been on the table instead of the shelf. Magic ideas. This is its best use. I do this all the time. You can set the recorder right in the middle of the table. If you're sessioning with your magic buddies, you can start saying ideas, and what you get is a digital notebook that you can refer to later for inspiration. This is April of 1986. Let's see what I thought of here.
April 14th, 1986. I'm stopped at a traffic light right now. I just had a great magic idea. Walking around the streets wearing jeans and a t-shirt, doing close-up magic for complete strangers while somebody films me. No, scrap that. That'll never work. Just come up with another handling for oil and water.
Yeah. All right. In hindsight, I probably should have gone with that. But again, that's just one of the many things. But now you might be saying to yourself, Chad, let's stop for a second. Because you know what, technology is fantastic. We use it in our everyday lives. I'm having a good time here. I'm joking around. But what it's really about, what really matters most, is people. And that's what it really is about. And one of my good buddies is Shep Hyken. One of my favorite quotes is by him, and it has something to do with that. It's called, he says, the greatest technology in the world hasn't replaced the ultimate relationship building tool between a customer and a business, and that's the human touch. Thank you, Clarissa. I also think that magic can be used as a great tool as well to create meaningful relationships between people. And I wrote an essay, which I did in fact send to Magic Magazine about 20 years ago, 18 years ago. And I'm going to just quickly run over it quickly for you now. I don't actually need these, it's just fashion. Oh, there's the words. Here we go. All right. This is called Go Ahead, Make My Day. And some of you may have seen it back in the day. Hotel in Spain, this was an event that happened to me. It happens to all of us all the time, but I wrote this one down and it, really quick. Hotel in Spain, hallway, February 16th, 2001, 10 a.m. I'm walking along with a deck of cards in one hand and a Spanish phrase book in the other when, turning the corner, I run smack dab into a cleaning cart surrounded by 3 maids taking a break. Upon impact, the cards go flying, but I'm able to hold on to the phrase book and immediately scramble through it for the apology section. The maids have a friendly laugh at my discomfort. One of them helpfully picks up the cards and, attempting her best English, asks me, "Chu are magic?" I inform her that I am in fact a magician, and in my best Spanish, I ask her to please shuffle the jellied school bus. Despite my misuse of her native tongue, she gets the idea and shuffles the deck. Fanning the cards in front of her face, I point to my eyes and then to the cards, gesturing for her to think of one. After a few seconds, she nods, and I square up the pack. To make a long story short, I show her the wrong card, place it in her hand, whereupon it changes to the right one, the one she merely thought of. She immediately throws the card in the air and starts screaming and laughing. To top off this great reaction I've gotten, she tells me that she's actually glad she came to work that day. This was the most fun she told me that she'd had in weeks. I know that these seemingly on-the-spot miracles have produced powerful reactions for all of us a gazillion times before, but this particular instance got me thinking about how lucky I was to have magic in my life, how lucky I was to be able to influence someone's day in such a powerful way and with so little effort. I walked away from these ladies feeling as though I too had benefited from the experience. How could I have not? Essentially, someone had just told me that spending 5 minutes with me was the most fun they'd had in a month. Of course, if I really believed her, I'd be a very hard person to be around, but I do know that for 5 minutes it was pretty important to her. I'd made a strong and positive impression. Many magicians take their magic for granted. They just go through the motions. Don't feel bad, it's easy to do. I mean, how could you possibly do a trick for the 800th time, but still make it seem fresh and new? I'll tell you how. Just think back to the first time you were fooled badly with a magic trick. You know, the time when your stomach felt like it had dropped to your ankles? Well, that's the same feeling most laymen experience every time you perform something for them. So I think of magic as a gift I can give anytime, anywhere, any place to anyone, and you can too. So the next time someone turns to you and says something that means the same as "Chu are magic," drop whatever you're doing, use that gift you worked so hard to attain and make their day. Who knows, it might just make yours too, because in the end, technology, all the technology in the world, can't replace a face-to-face interaction between two living, breathing, caring human beings. Here's to the future and all of its wonderful possibilities. My name's Chad. I hope you had fun. Take care. Thank you.